ladies and gentlemen. I will talk about the comfortable, innovative solutions for passengers and mass transit authorities by our company, Stopango. My name is Bielicki, and I will make a brief presentation in which I will tell you about the various causes of founding our company. I will show you the brief list of our products and services, together with main customer benefits and investments prospects, which will be the conclusion of my presentation. At the first, what is the tradition of passenger information? Well, in the times where there were no computers, people used big prints of timetables or paper prints on bus stops and train stations, which were quite hard to use because there was no simple way to find the forthcoming departures. They were consuming a lot of space, they were unintuitive, and speaking of the matters of mass transit authorities, they were very hard to manage. They were really hard to understand. The manned passenger information means that the workforce of people who have learned the timetables, usually by heart, they were telling to the passengers the best connections or forthcoming departures, and it was also slow and expensive. In the beginning of 21st century, the wireless application protocol was introduced, and it was a good idea to provide digital websites onto mobile devices, which was allowing the passengers to find the timetables on their own mobile phones or other devices. This was the first big step to provide the passenger information on the go to the passengers waiting for their transit on stops or stations. Our company has introduced the first generation of our mobile solution in July 2011. It enabled searching for mass transit connections from favorite locations, and the development of our application was strongly supported by Innovative Economy 8.1 program. Right now, our portfolio consists of more services for passengers and also for business. It is Stopango mobile application for iOS users. I'm sorry. A website with trip planner and schedules. A transportation widget for webmasters and site publishers. The digital signage solutions. The QR code technology, which enables using of cross-platform nearby departures mobile application. We also consult and support the transit authorities on introducing the General Transit Feed Specification data format, and we provide our application programming interface for programmers and developers. Our key product is our application for iOS. It is a door-to-door trip planner for mass transit passengers, which finds not only the connections between two bus stops or subway stations, but also finds the route from two given addresses, from addresses indicated by pointing on the map, It can also find the route to the person from contact list in iPhone. And it uses the current location of a passenger, which means that the submitting current location is not required if the mobile device has its GPS feature turned on. Our application gives notifications on the go, which means that if the trip is delayed, if some bus or train is late, our application will instantly create a new trip and provide new suggestions on the go. Our next service is web application, which gives trip suggestions and schedules. Its main advances is fast searching, door-to-door trip planning, as it is provided in iOS application. It has a very simple and intuitive interface, and it gives suggestions not only about boarding on buses or trains, but also how to reach the destination with given address. As you can see, the two addresses given in our query result with a complete trip with suggestions how to walk on foot from the closest bus stop. And it gives 3 suggestions of trip with timer that that reminds about leaving from the first point. The digital signage solutions means all those devices that can provide to the passengers or pedestrians the timetables on large screens which are visible to the public on train stations, shopping malls, pedestrian zones. Our technology enables showing the nearest departures in some regions with live updating of real-time departures on such large screens. Our QR code technology, this is our QR code. You can scan it right now and get redirected to our mobile application. The QR code technology lets the passengers to find the nearest departures of buses or trains, which is based on current location of the device. It can be either found from GPS data or it can be localized by IP address. QR code may be adapted to a specified location, for example, to the coordinates of some points where GPS signal is not available. They are always up to date with no need to replace it when the schedules of mass transit authorities changes, which is a good way to reduce cost of passenger information services. Depending on data provided by the transit authority, the nearby departures can be updated with real-time information, with information about unpredicted delays or changes in services. A Stopango widget is a feature that can be added on websites for an easy trip planning. It is a small add-on which can be easily displayed on site. The only activity of internet server is to submit the start place, the end place, and to click the Get Directions button. The optional is the time of departure. Also, the direction from A to B can be changed into from B to A. By clicking the Get Directions button, a passenger will be redirected onto our map with trip suggestions. The key benefits of using our Stopango widget on the website is enriching the website content with interesting information. When the passenger use this widget from website of, for example, a local radio station, blog, a site of a municipal company, it is a good reason to return on this site instead of using the website of Mass Transit Authority. As a result, the brand conviction of a website is rising. When the passenger knows that on the website of a local broadcasting company, on the website of blog, on the site of company, there is a useful transportation widget, that person easily switches onto this site instead of using the site of carrier. The possibility to implement a widget with a preset destination area gives an opportunity for any public services provider to enter his own address, for example, of shop, club, cafe, school, another company that invites the customers to its headquarters. When this address is preset in the second row, the only thing needed to find a way to school, cafe, shop, or other facility, the only thing needed to reach it is to fill in with the visitor own address. The directions will be displayed in a few seconds time, and they are very accurate. Our company offers its services to mass transit authorities. Right now, our services are available in over 100 regions, cities, and areas where the transit authorities use GTFS, which is General Transit Feed Specification. And this is a format of data that is easy to be opened to public. If the transit company uses other data format, we can give our help in switching into GTFS. And the main benefits of using GTFS is the possibility to outsource passenger information assignments on the competing third-party enterprises. When there are a few, a dozen, even more than 20 competing mobile applications that give transit directions to the passengers, the most of work and cost for the transit company to provide the passenger information is overtaken by those enterprises which do it for free, speaking from the perspective of the carrier. As the most important assignment of carrier is not issuing the timetables, changing the timetables on the bus stops, but providing transportation services, it is a great help for the transport company when the several third-party companies provide the passenger information on their own, but basing on the data provided by the transit company. When many mobile applications, web applications, even SMS services are provided to the passengers, they are more likely to find out about the carrier's efforts to provide the best possible services. If the passenger information is weak and obsolete, it is quite hard to promote the fast connections, the useful and convenient transits on the main hubs. But if the transportation services of the carrier are supported with high quality passenger information services, the number of passengers rise as a result of the recognition of useful transfers. When the transit company uses third-party services for providing passenger information, the cost of timetables update, for example, timetables on the bus stops, is lowering. The engagement of personnel is also lowering because the most of the passengers use the mobile or web applications to find connection. Application programming interface is the service addressed to the business, to programmers and developers of applications. Transit authorities not only can use the help of developers to provide data to mobile third-party application, they can also integrate their website information with our existing technology instead of starting from beginning developing new one. For example, instead of typical route finder where a specified address can be must be written precisely, our widget uses autocompleter suggestion tool, which means that even submitting 3 or 4 letters of starting and ending place will show suggestions about the names of bus stops, crossings, streets, and that makes finding trip easier, especially for those passengers who don't like the topography of the city well. If somebody comes to a city and knows some addresses to visit, but doesn't know the proper and correct whole name of a destination, an autocompleter suggestion tool is a very useful device. Using application programming interface, the developers can send their inquiries to our server and quickly receive the needed data. They can integrate their projects with our technology, no matter they are creating a very complex solutions like navigation both for cars, pedestrians, cyclists, and passengers of mass transit, or they can use it for a highly specialized solution. For example, a navigation tool which is used only for one specified route, like commuter train, or an application which is developed on the special event. The key investment prospects of the cooperation with our company is that your company will invest into developed and implemented technology which already works for nearly 3 years. We cover over 100 cities and areas. I will list the biggest and most recognizable. It is New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Dallas, Denver, District of Columbia, of course with Washington, Seattle, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Las Vegas. It is Miami, Cleveland in Ohio. In Canada, the main cities, Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver, Quebec, Ottawa, St. John's. In Australia, Sydney, Perth, Adelaide, Canberra. In Europe, the whole Republic of Estonia, which has added the passenger information into GTFS format in last December. Budapest, Łódź, Szczecin, that's where we are from, and Torino. The same day as the Mass Transit Authority adds its GTFS package visible to the public, we are able to add this service into our database and provide a new region in our trip planner. We react immediately on our customers' feedback and requests, and we have our own verified and proven technology. We are a small team of skilled professionals. We quickly adapt to the market demands. And if you have any questions, I will be glad to answer it. Thank you for your attention. As you see, our application was developed to provide mass transit connections instead of making people be stuck up in congestion, waste the time, the fuel, emit carbon dioxide, being stuck in traffic jams. Instead of using private car, which usually transports only one person, you can easily find a route by bus, train, underground, subway, light rail, commuter train. In some cities where it is available, also ferry, funicular. And as I have said, it is already available in 100 of cities. Tomorrow, our nearby departures will be visible on the displays at entrance of this hall 11, and they will provide information about forthcoming departures of train from the main train station in Hanover. So please feel invited to watch it and take the advantage of our technology. Thank you.